What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be speaking about having your moon in a conjunction to your partner's Neptune in SYNASTRY. So when it comes to an aspect like having your moon in a conjunction to your partner's Neptune, this is a great aspect to share with someone, especially when it comes to a connection where two people are in love, or even when people are just really close in a connection with each other. Because with this aspect, it is one that does show a soulmate connection that can exist between two people. However, it's still very interesting because even though it is often seen in soulmate relationships, when it comes to this aspect, it does still have a side of it that can be complicated as well. When it comes to having this aspect with someone, the best way to describe it is that there is a side of this aspect that actually brings out a dreamy side in the relationship between the Neptune person and the Moon person. They can experience this very strong emotional intuition between the two of them within this relationship as well. Almost like when it comes to them having this understanding of each other and being able to really get each other, they are able to do so on a very deep level, and their connection can even be one that's described as a spiritual connection when it comes to the way they feel about each other and the way that they are connecting on the spiritual level. And when it comes to the way that they feel about each other, they are able to pick up on each other's feelings in a way that is almost like they have this unspoken bond that feels like their connection with each other can even feel a bit telepathic at times. But when it comes to picking up on each other's feelings and sensing the way each other feels, they can do that, or they can experience that sense of this connection, because it feels like having a connection that feels like it is one where they both are sharing this strong connection. It feels like it can feel like a soulmate connection, or one that feels almost telepathic. And also with Neptune conjuncting your partner's moon, you can also feel like there's a strong sense of destiny within their connection and the reason of them coming together. And when it comes to having this aspect, it's an incredibly romantic aspect between two people. When it comes to the moon person and the Neptune person in this relationship with each other, with this aspect, they're also going to have a sense of shared intuition, or a shared sense of understanding each other, because of being able to come from this place where it feels like their intuition is in sync. They can have strong emotional understanding of each other as well. And because they have this kind of a strong bond, they also can have the kind of relationship where it feels like they are able to complete each other's sentences, and it can be very comforting, especially because they know how to comfort each other. And with all of these things, it just feels like a very magical connection to share with someone. But when it comes to the more challenging sides of having this synastry, it can be in how, when it comes to Neptune, this is the planet of illusions. This is the planet of dreams and the planet of potentially projection or idealization. And when it comes to having this planet's energy in this aspect, when it comes to the Neptune person in this relationship with the Moon person, they may be seeing the Moon person or their relationship through a certain vision that can be idealized. And when it comes to that idealized or projection of their own that they're putting onto this relationship or onto the Moon person, this can put pressure on the Moon person to have to be able to live up to those idealizations or ideas and expectations, which can be unfair to the Moon person and to this relationship. And it can even get a bit confusing, especially creating this sense of emotional confusion in this relationship. And between the Moon person and the Neptune person, with this desire to be able to live up to this version of the relationship or of themselves in this relationship, to be able to kind of please their partner in maintaining this perfect image, it can be exhausting, and it can also lead to imbalances within this relationship, especially if there's a feeling of trying to live up to a certain expectation or a certain image in order to please their partner. Because there is also this potential for the Neptune person to kind of be seeing this relationship through rose-colored glasses, or wanting it to be perfect. And with that, there is the potential for them to create this fantasy of the relationship in their head. And with that image in their mind, even potentially kind of overlooking the red flags, because they want so badly for the relationship to align with this fantasy that they have created in their mind of the relationship. But it is also possible that within their dynamic, that the moon person is the one who wants to be able to preserve this almost perfect kind of a fairy tale like image of the relationship that they feel with the Neptune person from early on. And that can also mean the moon person making excuses for the Neptune person anytime they fall short in this relationship. And for the Neptune person, when it comes to this, there could be this idea that the relationship has to be perfect, or this attempt at trying to ensure that it stays perfect. And when it comes to that, this could put a lot of pressure on one or both of the partners, and it can also lead to feeling quite emotionally drained in the process as well. But in the positive, when it comes to having this aspect with someone, it is an aspect that can feel very romantic. It can feel like a very magical connection that the moon person and the Neptune person share with each other. There's also an aspect of having a healing aspect to this relationship with each other as well. There's the potential for them to be able to grow in ways that feels very healing on an individual level together. And that's especially because of the emotional comfort that this aspect kind of provides this relationship between the two of them. They also have the spiritual quality in this aspect that it brings to their relationship. Since Neptune is a spiritual planet and the moon is all about our emotions, both the Neptune person and the moon person can really grow emotionally and spiritually through this relationship with this aspect together. But when it comes to having an aspect like having your moon in a conjunction to your partner's Neptune, in the positive, having this aspect does feel like having a magical connection with someone. Between the Neptune person and the moon person, they can really experience a lot of emotional growth, spiritual growth with each other with this aspect. It's also a very romantic one as well, so it can have an incredibly romantic life as well from this relationship, from this aspect. And between the two of them with this aspect, it's got a lot of depth to it, and there's something very beautiful about this aspect when it comes to a relationship and what it gives to the relationship for them. Even though there can be a potential to kind of get lost in the fantasy of everything, there can be this very beautiful and dreamy side to their connection, especially when they handle things with practicality and are honest about their feelings. They can avoid any kind of emotional confusion that can also come with this aspect. Well, that does it for this video on having your moon in a conjunction to your partner's Neptune. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and that you found it helpful. And if you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos. Well, that is where I love and leave you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys.